Hey, all right. So we are having technical difficulties because we're trying something new, and Jay will explain later.
Nobody likes change.
What? Yeah, I don't. So anyway, yeah, go Spain. Big win. Not the most exciting last game, but I didn't even watch it. All right. So what do we got tonight? All right. So we got a
What I
lot of
understand is
shit
people
covered.
show up. We try to sell them comics.
Yeah, I know.
Robbie and I try to be entertaining. And then
Try is the operative word.
try.
All right.
It's a
So
close.
the giveaway of the night is Fantastic Four number 5, Human Torch cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Hashtag as always, EXP Monday, all lowercase.
Hey everybody, CJ Alberto, Marvel fan.
What's up, guys? And weird, I did get your email. Sorry about that, bud. Don't know how that happened. All right, we got Thunderhawks number 4 coming out Wednesday. Let's see what else.
Did I just nod off for like an hour? Because we never start that till the second hour. What's coming out today?
Well, I do it on Wednesdays.
Oh, okay.
Van Problem number 4 is also out on Wednesday, and I think that's it this week. We only have 2 books coming out. So other
That's
than
good
that,
because you've got like 19 books to catch up on that I don't have.
yeah, I know.
Nah, I'm stupid, man.
No, I do. I owe you books. It's just been crazy.
Both times I went to see The Odyssey, the only good experience I had was the Doomsday trailer. So Marvel
You
fans
didn't
say
like
it looks kind of looks kind of like it's the only reason
You
I
didn't
went
like
to see
it?
The Odyssey.
You didn't like the movie?
Oh, The Odyssey's fine. It's very well done. I was teasing Robbie about it. It's just it's a real old story, man.
I think I'm supposed to see it tomorrow night with my daughter and her husband.
It's super well done. I'm sure it's going to win a ton of Academy Awards. It checks all the boxes for the Academy.
We shot in
Award.
IMAX, right?
Yes. Everything about it is great. But like I said to Robbie on Facebook, I said, it's no superheroes, nothing.
Well, no.
5 out of 10.
Greek mythology.
If you're going to spend $250 million to remake The Odyssey,
Right.
there should be time-traveling Avengers or something.
I don't think, well, there have been some cheap ones made, but I don't think anyone's ever done it on this kind of epic
No,
scale.
this is going to be one of those movies that gets lumped in with like the 10 Commandments.
Right.
As people will be watching this for years and years, it'll have a stupid amount of Academy Awards.
All right, so hang out. We'll be right back, and we'll say hi to Robbie. He's here tonight, too.
No, he's not. I don't see him.
I know, the split screen. So we're doing this vertical.
He's
now,
not
too.
on your screen, though.
So we don't know what's going on. All right, so go ahead, Jay. Take us down. Hey, we're back. All right, so Jay, just so you know, every time you cut away, it won't reload, and I have to refresh the browser to get it to reload. Just letting you know. So we have more tech difficulties with this than before. That sucks. Hey, Robbie, what's going on?
Broken.
Man?
What's up, Rex? What's up, John? Even though John's been a little bit foolish towards me these last couple days,
I have been having fun.
Good to see y'all, man.
See that?
No, I didn't, and neither did you. Just keep doing the show. This doesn't
So
work.
the whole browser blanked out. It just blanked out. You weren't there. We could hear you, but we couldn't see you.
That was
There he
Robbie cutting the switch because he doesn't want to
So
hear
let's
me
see the
complain about
comments.
how the Odyssey needed superheroes.
Yeah, superheroes. They're like the original superheroes in the Odyssey, basically, right?
I just came back from seeing it. I saw it again like at 2:00.
Yeah. I'm not trying to spoil the Odyssey for anybody, but most of it is like that scene in Monty
right,
Python and the Holy
okay,
Grail
good.
where they're just like, run away. They just like, they walk up into an island like, what's this thing? What's going on here? Get to the ship! Run!
So I am a big fan of Greek mythology. So I had to read the book in high school, the Odyssey, and we read the Iliad, and which was about the Trojan War. And then what was
the Iliad is the prequel, right, to the Odyssey?
Yes, pretty much.
Prequel.
So then the Aeneid, about Aeneas and his trials and tribulations, and he was the guy, the mythical guy who started Rome, apparently, and he was in the Iliad as well, about Troy. All right, so just think about it, though. I mean, this is something that was written thousands of years ago, and it's still around.
This is what they're talking about when they're saying Hollywood needs new material.
Maybe. So Troy was a good movie. I like Troy.
The truth is, this movie, I mean, I'm having some fun with it. But the truth of the matter is, this movie will win a ton of Academy Awards. And like I said earlier, this movie is going to be kind of like on that level of the Ten Commandments, where everybody rewatches it. It's going to be
Wizard of Oz, Ben-Hur, those kind of things, right?
Yeah, it's going to be that level of. I mean, this is essentially
the thing with the Academy Awards. That's interesting because they really lavished all the awards on Oppenheimer when that came out like a few years ago, and they don't usually like to do it back to back to directors. But this movie is crazy. But I guarantee you something.
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody's going to be more deserving of a Best Supporting Actor award this year than John Leguizamo in The Odyssey. That blew me away, dude. He was amazing.
If Leguizamo doesn't win, we riot.
Yes, pretty much. I mean, it's insane how good he was, man. Like out of nowhere. Dude, everybody was great in it, but he, in particular, it's not something you would expect from him typically.
Got it. So I'm supposed to see it tomorrow night, maybe. I'm not sure. I didn't get confirmation from my daughter yet. But they went to see it Thursday, I think it was. Because we were out car shopping again. No luck yet.
Nah.
I know.
No,
so
man.
if you hear anyone selling a Honda, a Toyota, or a Mazda, about 70K miles on it.
Did you get your Mazda over at Maple Shade?
I did, yeah. Originally.
Go to Maple Shade and tell them that he needs a car.
No, they don't have anything that he's looking for in the price range. Because they're basically a new car dealership.
I would still start there because you have a good relationship with them.
Dude, that was 12 years ago. I bought one car from them. I wouldn't say I have a good relationship.
That car's 12 years old?
Yeah. Almost 200K on it. Works like a charm.
I used to sell tacos out of there like 2
Not
years
only do
ago.
they make Mazdas, Marcus, it's got to be one of the most reliable cars I ever owned.
Yeah, Mazda is a smart buy for people in a certain price
After
range.
dealing with my daughter's Nissan, I got to tell you, even the light bulbs in the headlights and stuff are the original light bulbs I drove off the lot with.
One of my very first cars was a Mazda 323 1991 red hatchback. Loved that little car.
My first car was Mazda as well. It was a GLC. They didn't even make the brand
Mazda
anymore.
caught a lot of the smarter Toyota people when Toyota lost their mind and decided they wanted to cosplay like they were BMW. And, outrageous prices for very ordinary cars.
Right.
A lot of those people went, okay, fine. I'm not paying $58,000 for like a 4-banger, 2-door, blah, blah, blah. So all those people went to Mazda and they're now repeat buyers and they're doing, you know what I mean? I don't understand why somebody pays the price they do for Toyota, but hey, you know what? If they get the money, they get the money.
Hey, it's the best car I ever bought. And my daughter actually wants a Mazda because she's seen how reliable my car is. And other than oil changes, plugs changed, things like that, basic maintenance, tires, of course. I think I'm on my 4th or 5th set. The first 3 years I had the car, I was getting flats all the time. I had to replace the tires. I don't know why. Maybe it was something in my driving.
And you're right. Mazda 626s were nice cars. They really were. For a while, some rental fleets had them. And when you got a 626, it was a lot nicer than the Toyota sleeps a lot or whatever.
The model completely. like mine is a 3. You have a 3, you have a 5, and you have the 9. So you eliminate the 6.
My sister-in-law drove a Mazda Millennium, and she loved that car.
Yeah,
she drove it
was
to
the
death.
Previous generation,
and then it was like 180,000 miles, and she'd started a business. And I'm like, look, you need something to tow a trailer. This Mazda's not going to tow a trailer.
So I agree, Alberto. They are very underrated. They're excellent cars. They low maintenance costs.
Yeah, they're very good. Like I said, they're the smart buy. Like if you look at your wallet, it's kind of like, easy. You go to see Mazda.
Right.
You know what I mean? People with...
It's really great on gas, something with the Sky Active engine. I don't understand that. I read up on it once, but...
It cracks me up. People decide, oh, this is all I can afford, and they roll into somewhere. And I'm like, look, man, these cars. Honda a little bit too, but Toyota for certain just lost their mind in terms of their perceived value.
Right.
I don't care if the car lasts for 20 years. I don't want to drive a boring car for 20 years. Every time a Toyota walks by, I feel like I have to take a sip of coffee.
I just want to make sure they buy a car that does not break down like the Nissan does. Where I've replaced everything on that Nissan.
Nissan has had problems. A buddy of mine drove a Nissan truck for a while. And
it is nickel and diming me to death. It's absolutely killing me. But, all right. So I don't know if there are any Star Trek fans out there. So last night I went ahead and got the 7-day free trial of Paramount Plus.
Oh, good.
So I've been binging Star Trek, and I marked it in my phone. 24th, I have to cancel. Otherwise, they charge me. Right. So I've been binging Star Trek, the new episodes, the new TV series.
Oh, Strange New Worlds?
Strange New Worlds. I'm still working on. So yesterday, I actually binged all 3 seasons of Picard. And I got to tell you, I really enjoyed it.
Marcus, you're 100% right. A Geo Metro would be like one of those cars when we were kids that you would pick up and I'd run it across my stomach and set it down and it would take off.
I rented one once. I had a buddy who was 6'5". He could practically sit in the back seat and drive that car.
Yeah, no, the small cars or whatever. Somebody bet me one time at a bar if I could get into like a Mini. And my answer is, why do I want to?
You know what scares me about cars that size, though? If you're on the highway,
yeah, you're right.
and a truck passes you, it shakes the whole car. And that scares me a little bit. Okay? The wind is making the car go back and forth.
You know what? Everybody should have a car they like. I don't care if it's a big car, small car, truck, whatever. There should be the nice big market. Everybody should have a choice or whatever. But those choices should be priced within reason. And certain manufacturers have just decided, you know what? This is what we're going to price our car at. And we'll get some suckers to sign like 7 or 8 year loans, $400 or $500 a month. And they're driving like, the Coma Mobile. And people calm themselves into that. They're happy with it.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, go ahead. But just, don't ask me to come out and look at your car.
So I don't know how many people are Star Trek fans. I don't know how many people watch it. I know you are, but I'm asking the group.
Should we tag him there now?
Well, he's on his way to San Diego. So
he was. Mariano knows almost as much about Star Trek as I do, and that's saying something.
So I really love Picard. I really enjoyed it. They use profanity, which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Okay. Patrick Stewart looks really old.
Well, he's just really old.
Yeah,
I heard people say that as like a negative, and I'm like, dude, he's 80.
Yeah. No.
And he's got millions of dollars. When he does a project, it's because he wants to. It's not like some of these people where you see like a forgotten name from the 90s is suddenly doing an infomercial, like Jenny Jones or something. You know what I mean? These are people that are doing it. Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart are doing Professor X and Nina one last time because they can and they want to. Neither of those guys is desperate for money.
So, yeah. So I really enjoyed Picard. So
IDW is doing some very cool Star Trek comics right now, too.
So right now I'm working on Strange New Worlds, which I enjoying. It's kind of like the original series, just prior to Kirk.
Well, it's sort of what it's supposed to be. And then when this ends next year, we will get Star Trek. We will basically get classic Star Trek new again.
Oh, that's the plan?
That, from what I've read, that's the plan, that you're going to end this year.
Hey, Becky.
And essentially this season will kind of end with Kirk assuming control of the Enterprise.
So there is a Kirk on the crew, but it's not James Kirk.
Yeah, it is.
There's
James Kirk and Sam Kirk. Sam Kirk is a scientist. I don't know how far you want Strange New Worlds.
No,
yet, so
not far enough I saw James Kirk.
They will introduce James T. Kirk.
So maybe. No, I don't think so. I
haven't seen any of Strange New Worlds yet, but I hear that show's good. Picard, though, I wasn't a fan of Picard, so really? I kind of.
The first season was kind of slow. The second season,
and that whole thing. I'm not trying to spoil things, and I guess the show's a few years old, but like the whole like killing Picard and bringing him back as like an android or a synthesis, like it was weird, man. I don't know, that show was weird. There are elements I liked, like that captain, like the captain who had the ship that they had to get, like he was cool. But then they did all that stuff where they went back in time, and to the current day. Like I don't know, man. I didn't really like it. Then the last season
have to go back in time.
I feel like it wrapped up a lot of things from Next Gen. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they tried to. That was sort of the point. In that second season, they wanted to do like a farewell to the Next Generation,
right?
Because for whatever reason, nobody decides to redo the Next Generation.
And there have been people. I thought the whole story arc with Q was good.
Yeah,
the way they closed that up, I enjoyed that.
Each comes for us all, which is like
it was basically Next Gen. They brought the whole crew back. I'm a little bit on the fence about the way they brought Data back, but I can see why they did it the way that they did it. But
what's his name actually before the whole AI thing became, like anathema? He suggested they just AI Data in, because Brent Spiner is the first to admit, he's in his 60s. There's no way he's, he was like 160 pounds when he was Data. And he was super honest about, that's not happening.
So Strange New Worlds does have one issue that I can't see how they can get around, because they have to go back and use the old communicator. But why would the future have the old communicator when already we have like our own personal tricorder device,
Because when Star Trek was created, we didn't have any of that stuff.
Yeah, I know that.
And that's why we sort of, I really don't want to see that. I don't want to see I want to see the future according to technology, which is kind of a great term I've heard. And certain things just didn't exist when Star Trek was created.
So I have another question.
Like, for example, when I had my second heart attack, I was actually in a biobed.
There you go.
I was in a biobed. My friend is on the board of the hospital I was being treated in. They went in, they hooked me up, and the whole thing was up there on a flat screen TV. Now, granted, it's not exactly like a classic Trek biobed, but literally all my readings were up there.
So here's a question for you. So should I watch Section 31?
I enjoyed it. It's a movie.
Okay.
I enjoyed it a lot. It's not like a series. It's a movie. I don't know if Data is 77, but Brent Spiner isn't a young man, which is sort of why. Yeah, well, really, none of them are.
Yeah, it came out when? Next Gen came out what year?
89.
No, he's 77, dude. He was born in 1949. That's crazy.
No.
Is Brent Spiner really 77?
Yeah, he is.
Wow. All right. I take back what I said. I didn't think he was quite that old, but all right.
But Next Gen came out in what?
87? Something like that?
Is 87, 88, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time. I thought it came out in the 90s for some reason.
I saw somebody ask something. Scroll back. Scroll down, especially Marvel fans. Inaccurate comment. Scroll past that. Section 31 was entertaining, though. Just like in my food group, I edit out opinions I don't agree with. There was something in there. Orville.
Yeah.
That's the thing you should watch.
I watched
the Orville the Orville looks like slapsticky comedy, and sometimes it is. But as you start watching the Orville, you kind of see like Seth MacFarlane's more than just, I can do funny voices and, my hairline keeps being redone every 36 months. Seth MacFarlane has a lot more talent than people realize.
Right.
And you see it in the Orville. He can sing and
I
dance. He can do
watched a
voices.
couple episodes of that, and I really couldn't get into it. I don't know why.
I had to watch it 3 times. I had to start 3 times. And then finally I had someone tell me,
I only have 6 days
just
left.
watch it.
I only have 6 days left, so.
Orville is on, I think, Hulu. And you might be able to find it on YouTube. So you don't have to worry about that after your trial is over.
So we're trying to. I'm trying to get through it within 7 days. So I have that now. Starfleet Academy. What do you think of that?
I enjoyed it for what it was. My interest when people start the social and cultural bashing of the show. Look, man, when I see it, I either block the person who says it, or I just sort of move on. If it's like a whole group of people like this, like suddenly the people who are environmental experts are classic Greek literature experts telling me why the Odyssey is
Because
good.
of movies, what's up?
That's a great way to never see or hear from me again on social media. People on Threads learned real fast. Go ahead and tell me you didn't like something. Like, go out of your way to tell me you didn't like something that I like, and you don't see me again. This is people I've known for years and years. They're like, you can't just block me because I didn't like, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Sure I can. Because I don't want to see that. I don't care if you didn't like it. I did. I'm interested in talking to other people who liked it.
Marcus. So I'm enjoying it
That's
so
too
far.
funny.
I like what they've done. I like how they kind of handle the sequels.
Marcus is right. Rex better start binging. You should have canceled the show tonight and just stayed home and watched TV.
You're right.
You got a lot to do.
So no, I got through Picard. I'm gonna watch Section 31. So what else do I have? I get through Strange New Worlds.
Eddie, that's too funny, man. Now that's a different story, though. When I talk to friends and people I know, Robbie doesn't like a movie. I do like her the other way around. That's a different story. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about totally, completely random individuals that I've never interacted with before. They feel the need to jump into my comments or mentions, or in some cases my Facebook group, and I'm just like,
Starfleet Academy only has 1 season, right?
It is 1 season. It was very much done in by people on social media bashing it. They didn't like this or that. That's why people do that. I saw a great comment from somebody that DC Comics' biggest enemy can be DC Comics fans. They don't give anything a chance. They dogpile. It's groupthink, but not in a positive way. And Marvel has the same problem too. Star Wars has the same problem too. You know what? I didn't like this. Okay.
Oh, good news, Kenneth.
You're asking me to care about stuff that, and again, if Robbie tells me he didn't like okay, that's fine. Robbie and I are friends. We're talking about it. That's awesome. Again, if I don't know who, somebody else is.
Well, I'm also not going on your pages and on your posts to like rain on your parade.
Yeah, that's
and be like, everybody needs to know what I think. And
I tend to do that to Robbie. Robbie will be like, Robbie was like, the Odyssey is amazing. And I'm like, it's 5 out of 10. No superheroes. But Robbie knew I was goofing.
So Robbie, big announcement for you, right? One show's ending and you're starting a new one?
Yes, it's going to be a cooking show.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's going to be a cooking
Robbie
show.
Live.
Yeah, we're just, I haven't really been doing a lot of Rock and Robbie Lives this year anyway. And I have been working on an idea for a few weeks now that we hope to debut in the coming months called Rock and Robbie and Friends Live. So I wonder what that's going to be. So that's going to be interesting.
It'd be later from the Hall of Entertainment, and we'll do like the whole thing with.
So what's the movie of the night?
Oh man, we are right in the middle of Action Fest still. We're going Van Damme crazy. Tonight we're talking about 1995's Sudden Death. Very, very excited to talk about this movie. I loved this movie when it came out. If you don't remember, this is the Die Hard at a hockey game, a movie. So I really like it. It should be a fun conversation. We always have fun when we turn the spotlight over on Jean-Claude Van Damme.
There you go.
Certain movies just really lend themselves into discussions, whether it's like
I saw
a formatted discussion like Robbie does with friends, or if it's just guys sitting around a bar way too late at night, way too old, and they're talking about certain movies, just Arnold movies, Stallone movies, JCVD movies. These things just kind of lend themselves. Even Steven Seagal. Those movies lend themselves into these sort of discussions, up, down, this, that, whatever.
Yeah. Steven Seagal, star of Die Hard on a Boat. You know?
Yeah.
So.
I mean, they just sort of, this is sort of like, I'm trying to think. I don't think they formulated the movies this way. It was inadvertent. Like, I guarantee you, when Arnold was making movies, he did not think people would be talking about them 40 years later. And he said as much in interviews. But here we are, rehashing, is Commando better than Predator?
Right. Is it?
Honestly, no. Predator has an alien, and Predator has Jesse Ventura. I mean, Commando is very good. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot about Commando. I would tell people, if you haven't seen it, stop watching this show and go watch it right now, because Commando is amazing. But is it better than Predator? No. Carl Weathers, Jesse Ventura.
The first Predator movie was awesome.
Yeah, the first
Commando was, I don't know, it was okay. It was a short movie. It was typical Arnold. Okay.
Honestly, I'll take typical
Ray
Arnold over
Chong
other
was
stuff.
in it.
Ray Dong Chong was in it.
So it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was entertaining for what it was, I guess.
Well, there always has to be certain things. Like Arnold movies are formulaic. There's certain things that have to be there, right? Like there has to be the scene where he kills somebody,
right?
And it's a joke. Like, remember when I promised to kill you last? Yeah, you did.
I don't think so, Akers. I disagree. I like Commando, but it was not better than Predator. Predator, the script was better. It was all because it obviously started a franchise. So I just feel like it was a superior movie. Commando was a one-shot Arnie movie, typical Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
It's like it's part of the foundation, right? Because he comes out of Terminator, and there's a foundation, right?
Right.
And then once the initial foundation is laid flat, he starts showing you, I can do comedy. And we get 3 or 4 of his comedy movies, which, let's be honest,
way too many off the cuff, corny jokes.
Let's be honest, Arnold's comedy movies are funny. Like they come on at Christmas time or whatever, and you're watching them and laughing. I mean, he's in a movie with Danny DeVito. I haven't seen a bad Danny DeVito movie.
All right, so we're going to take our first break. Before we do that, the giveaway of the night is, if you came in late, Fantastic Four number 5.
Nice.
With Human Torch cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Hashtag, as always, is EXP NCBD. And all lowercase.
I was pestering Mariano the day he was doing the Kirby Crackle. I went over to his desk to see what
Welcome, JX.
He was doing Kirby Crackle.
Yeah, I know. It was his prep movie for Kindergarten Cop, which actually was funny. All right, so we're going to take our first break. When we get back, we will get some books, I guess. Hang out. We'll be right back.
Symphonic Verses, Nocturne's Romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to.
So that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it. In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great, thanks.
We are back. So, who was it that said this? The Arnie movie, Raw Deal was blocked. That was the one where he was the gangster, right?
I never saw Raw Deal. I've never seen
his
that.
Hair
One.
slicked back, and I saw recently on one of the free channels I have.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was a gangster movie, and it was not good. So at that point, anything you put Arnie in was a box office smash. So they were just throwing different scripts at him, and he was just doing it for the money.
Yeah, and then like turning projects that weren't designed for somebody like Arnold into something like for somebody like Arnold. Like one of my favorite things is how many of his movies they're trying to like convince the audience at all times that he is like your average Midwestern American guy, nothing exceptional. He's not from Europe. He's not a bodybuilder. He's just a normal guy working at the factory with Jack and John, and it's just like, it's so funny how many of the movies do that. Like it's a whole bit.
I think the thing really changed for him, obviously, the game show one, the one they just remade.
The Running Man.
Total Recall. What?
The Running Man.
The Running Man. I think, hey, John, I think he stepped into another realm when he started making those. And then, obviously, I think he broke open when he made Kindergarten Cop, Twins. That was a totally different genre for him. Yep. I think he really, and he proves he could be funny. Twins, he had DeVito's help. But I think Kindergarten Cop was a different kind of Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was amusing seeing him in there with the kids. That was hilarious. I really enjoyed that movie.
I needed a Turbo Man standalone movie.
And he needed to carry that movie because there were really no big stars in that movie, if I remember correctly. So he had to carry that one. Twins was kind of, DeVito was carrying that movie, I feel like. Red Heat. I remember that movie. I was not a...
Red Heat was Jim Belushi, maybe? Oh, no. Jim Belushi was not Red Heat.
Yeah, he was a partner with him. What was it?
It was Jamie Lee Curtis was in that movie. I can't think of the name of it now.
The one with the plane? True Lies.
True Lies. That show's True Lies.
Yeah, that one was good. I feel like that was that shift when he started making Twins and movies like that. There was a shift where he's going into action comedy.
Well, he's just showing people, like, look, I can do anything. I mean, at some point, like, he's Mr. Freeze. When he was Mr. Freeze, if you like the movie, that's fine. If you didn't like the movie, that's fine, too. When he shows up as Mr. Freeze, that's kind of like a flex. Like, dude, I can bomb into anywhere.
Yeah, that movie was just bad all the way.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, that movie was just bad on so many levels.
Well, I think everybody said the same thing. George Clooney made an okay Bruce Wayne and a terrible Batman.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, thanks, Eddie. It was Jim Belushi. Yeah, I mean, George Clooney just, and then George Clooney kind of showed up real briefly as a goof again. And again, he's fine as, he's fine as Bruce Wayne. I don't think anybody, George Clooney is not that much of a stretch from Bruce Wayne. Let's be honest, man. But the Batman part, well.
Well, let's be honest, man. You could have put the perfect actor for Batman in that movie, in that script, and it would not have worked out well for them, I think.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, yeah, it didn't. Plus, you had, in the Flash movie, they called it a Flash movie. All people wanted to see is Michael Keaton. That's all they wanted to say. The rest of it was just sort of...
That movie was so plagued with problems.
Although I did think Chris O'Donnell did an all right job as Robin.
He did fine.
I thought you could have, with a different kind of script or whatever.
Yeah, it was, the script was horrible. They go on the island and he goes, holy metal.
Oh, yeah.
The metal, it's holy. I mean, what do you expect?
Holy rusted metal, Batman. I love that bit. That's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was just not well written as a film.
Well, I think it's like a lot of the movies we discuss here, it suffers from identity crisis, right?
I mean,
are they trying to
be, was excellent.
Are they trying to be Adam West and Burt Ward?
Right.
Are they trying to be, because let's be honest.
Was it Kilmer? Maybe you're right.
Kilmer was in Batman Forever.
Yeah, Batman Forever is the one with Kilmer.
And Tommy Lee Jones and Nicole Kidman.
Yep.
Right. Holy metal. Alberto. Yeah, maybe. So, I mean, Batman, I like the revamp. They did with Christian Bale. I enjoyed the standalone film with Robert Pattinson.
Oh.
It was okay. It was, by itself, it was okay.
The only saving grace of that movie was Catwoman. Everything else in that movie was his... Every time somebody points that out as the Batmobile, I laugh in their face. And I'm like, this is the first time you've ever seen Batman, isn't it? That car was laughably ridiculous. As ridiculous as when they briefly tried to give Batman a muscle car in the 70s in the comic.
Well, I think they were trying to depart from the normal formula. And I think they did an okay job. Anyway.
No. That movie
John was not a fan.
I don't really like that movie, but I do like that Batmobile. I'll tell you that. And I also really like Penguin in the movie. So I hear the show was good, but I never watched it. The Penguin show.
John is blocking you. Yeah.
He can't.
When you come back, there'll be like a big cardboard wall here.
No, we just move
the boxes. Let's just move the boxes over.
That.
No, and for people who ask, because when I talk about how much I hate that Batmobile, when people ask what's my favorite Batmobile, the Batmobile in Batman, the Animated Adventure.
Oh, yeah. Like the original animated Batmobile,
yeah.
like from the 90s?
Yeah.
That's my favorite, too. Such a cool, sleek look. That Art Deco doesn't really fit a time period, man. I love
that Batmobile. That's
my favorite.
Number one Batmobile is still the Adam West one, in my opinion.
What?
The number one Batmobile still got to be the Adam West one.
Well, that's a classic.
Yeah.
It's hard not to like that car. There was one on the mainland of my hometown, Long Beach Island in Manahawkin. There was a guy who had it stored there for years.
Right.
And they would take it out for parades, and everybody loved it. Yeah, it was modeled on the Lincoln Futura.
I don't even remember that car.
It was like a concept car.
I don't think I ever saw Batman when it first came out. I watched it on reruns after school. I race home to watch Batman, and they saw how one episode one day, second episode the next day.
Back then, though, I always preferred the Green Hornet's car. I loved it. It's like a Chrysler Imperial.
I watched Green Hornet for one reason and one reason only. It was because of Bruce Lee. So
I loved everything about that car, man.
I liked when they had the crossover. When that one when they do that. Was
That
that
was in
like
the 60s, right? That was
No, I
during the
know
run.
that. But was that when Green Hornet was new, or
Yeah, that was in Green Hornet Sea, where it was. I think that's probably Batman season 3 or 4, 3 maybe.
and Batman had a bunch of stars. If you think about it,
Well, Batman
George
always the
Romero
original
did.
Batman series. It
George
it
Romero.
became the thing to do.
Yeah, they'd pop in and poke their head out the window, right?
Yeah, yeah,
while they're
exactly.
standing along.
It would be all the time. Like, all of a sudden you'd see like Rat Pack guys pop your head out. And it was
Yeah, Sammy
literally-
Davis Jr. I remember. being
Yeah,
one of them,
he's
yeah.
in the studio that day, and he's like, "Hey, you want to be on Batman?" And he's like, "Yeah, all the kids love this thing."
so I miss those days. But
And I know people who love the Batman muscle car hating this, but I hate to tell you, that muscle car would be left at the light in a race with one of like the animated adventures, or even the Batmobile from the Michael Keaton movie. He would not have that car in gear, the muscle car, before Michael Keaton's Batmobile is a quarter mile down the street.
Yeah, and then up the building. Because remember
And all
that.
We're talking about two different things here. The Batman muscle car is an attempt at sort of grounding Batman.
And just in case he has to come up and go through a really tight alley, he can just knock the sides of the thing off. And
Michael Keaton's
he plans
Batmobile-
for everything, man.
there you go, unknown. My daughter hates the series for some reason.
Michael Keaton's Batmobile is like a jet engine and a seat and some stuff built around it and weapons. And when he just goes, he goes.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? So I have a question. So I think it's agreed that Supergirl is a box office failure. So the question becomes, where they go from here? DC, the DCU.
I think first of all, when they say it's a failure, whatever. I've never been the biggest fan of saying it's a failure or whatever. I'm in the theater over and over again, and I'm watching filled seats.
Well,
so I don't know what
I
they're
say
talking
that
about.
as with the caveat that it is a box office failure.
Are you talking about
as a
Supergirl?
movie, I'm not sure.
Are you talking
Once
about
that-
Supergirl right now, Rex?
What's
Are you talking about Supergirl?
I am, yes.
Once that movie hits streaming, it's going to be a very different story.
Well, and also the MCU. What was the MCU's second movie, if you all remember? Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
And that one didn't really set the world on fire.
No, that
And
was also very.
But I think this is a different time, though.
It's a different time, but the biggest thing for me, like, that was an odd choice to follow Superman up with Supergirl, which is kind of a derivative character of Superman. So, like, now it's even weirder because the next project is Clayface, and I don't think that's something that you can really, because they really needed to do Superman into Batman, into Wonder Woman, and build it, with the bigger character.
You're still screwing around with like Victorian Ghost Child Man as Batman. James Gunn needs to find a real Batman. Please stop with the nonsense of this
Not a
150-pound
Twilight fan,
weight.
huh? Not a Twilight fan. I
No, I just literally, when Cedric Diggory died, so did that guy's career for me. I'm sorry. Just stop with the Robert Pattinson, especially if you're not either a teenage girl or now like a menopausal woman who was a teenage girl when Twilight Zone came out. Please stop. It's creepy when people are trying to push this guy. If they want to do a movie, Water with Elephants and all this other stuff, knock yourself out, man. I heard the guy wants to be Houdini. Go ahead, man. Be Houdini. Do
Hey,
whatever.
though, John, you got to admit he's really, really good in the Odyssey because you want to punch him in the face the entire time he's in the movie.
Oh yeah, he does a great job in the Odyssey. I'm having some fun with the Odyssey, but go see that movie like 6 times because I will. But trust me, that movie is going to every award that movie gets, every nomination that movie gets, it's earned. It's the best of what we used to call 70 millimeter theater,
right?
Way back in the day.
With
Shot in
surround
IMAX.
sound.
I've seen it once in IMAX now, and I saw it once in RPX. If you go see
Where
it,
do they have an IMAX?
What?
Where do they have an IMAX?
King of Prussia.
Oh, geez, you went all the way out there.
Wanted to see it in IMAX. It's the guy took 2.5 years and spent $250 million.
He designed a whole new
Kinda
camera
weird.
so that he could do this. He designed a whole new camera casing.
Yeah,
right? Because the
I was gonna
IMAX
say-
cameras are way too loud to record dialogue. Dude, there's so much in this movie. There's hardly any CG. Like so much of it, like the Cyclops is all puppetry and stuff.
That's what I
And
heard.
there's like
So
animatronic. They're like the pig scene when Cersei turns the dudes into the pigs. It's insane that there's no CG in that. It's nuts,
No
man.
CG in that, and we kind of touch into body horror a little bit.
This is the closest he's gotten to horror, man. When they're in the Cyclops cave, it was scary.
I was going to say I'm joking around about there's no superheroes in this. This has elements of fantasy and horror, just like the original story.
Right.
This is why when people are telling me, I didn't like this person, I didn't like the lady who was Helen of Troy or whatever.
Yeah.
Please sit down.
What's
So
really
once
crazy
again,
though,
what's
what's even crazier though is even though it has paranormal stuff in it, it still feels very grounded and rooted in reality, like a lot of Nolan's films do. Yeah. Even so much to the point that like anything that's related to magic or the supernatural is incredibly scary and not necessarily fantastical and cool. It's like scary, right? Because it's so grounded. It's like it's such an incredibly well done movie. I was
also
amazed.
when they go through let's just put it this way, I don't want to spoil the movie, but when they decide to not go into the whirlpool,
yeah,
that's like a legitimate jump scare type moment.
Right.
The entire row in front of me is like some kind of local movie club or something, and I watched them all jump. I saw the movie today at 2:00. I saw the movie, grabbed the coffee, and then came over here to do the show. There was some kind of local club. They all got together. They all had kind of like brightly colored T-shirts on or whatever. The whole row in front of me jumps when they kind of bypass the whirlpool and go into the Narrows. Alberto should probably get a Regal card because when people are like with today's movie prices, yeah, the last movie I paid ticket after ticket after ticket for proudly was Avengers Endgame. I saw that movie 16 times, and
So
each
what
time
I
I
find
paid like
kinda
a
weird-
$22 ticket for it.
What I find kind of weird is he shot it in IMAX.
Yes.
But there's so few IMAX theaters carrying the film. Like for us to go all the way King of Prussia to watch
We've
it
been
in
down to
IMAX.
Atlantic City. I think they had an Atlantic
So
City too.
no matter which
Princeton?
direction you're talking about, an hour away from us. Which
I was for like a cinemaphile, for a movie fan, that's totally worth it.
no, but I'm saying I would watch an IMAX if it was local. But I'm not driving an hour just to watch it.
I'm lucky. My AMC, which has our IMAX screen, is like a 5-minute drive from my
Nice.
apartment, so.
Don't they have an IMAX somewhere around here?
They have an RPX theater in Moorestown, which is where I saw it today. To answer Unknown's question, I saw it in RPX, which is like 75. It's like IMAX Lite. It's like 75%. And then I went up to King of Prussia to see it. The IMAX theater in Cherry Hill is not an IMAX theater. They can call it whatever they want to.
Where?
IMAX theaters are screens are certain dimensions. They have
Which one are you talking about?
AMC in Cherry Hill.
That one's old. That's
an old beat theater, and they put in an RPX size screen, and they're charging IMAX prices for it. That's real dishonest.
Yeah, I went to watch a movie there with my daughter and her husband, and she was complaining. Now, to me, it's I remember the days of the sticky floor and the crappy seats. She was complaining because the seats did not recline.
Well,
and then
again,
we
for
went
the
to,
money they're
Regal.
charging,
Yeah,
your
then we
seats
went to
should
Regal and
recline.
watch a movie, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Hey, that the footrest is like first class on a plane.
Well, this is what I'm saying. It's a matter of money. If you're going to an old beat theater and you're paying $8 or $9, all right, that's fine. If you go to an old beat theater like AMC Marlton,
right,
and
that
they tell
one's
you a
really
movie
old.
is $17.50,
Yeah,
and
AMC Marlton.
and you go in there and you're sitting essentially in seating from the late 80s, early 90s, your pocket's been packed.
Yeah, I'm amazed.
I'm kind of sitting like this for 2
I'm amazed
hours.
they have refurbished that theater.
They've refurbished some of them, but not all of them. I made the mistake of going to see. I was over there one day, and I didn't want to drive all the way back over to Moorestown, so I had a couple hours to kill. So I jumped in to see Evil Dead, the last Evil Dead they had. No, it's an AMC theater.
Okay.
And I thought, how bad can it be? It's a couple hours. I grabbed the coffee. I went in there. It's awful. I left halfway through it because I'd already seen the movie before, and I went and saw the movie a day or two later at Regal. But it made me realize the gap between what you're paying and what you should get and what you are getting at some theaters. Now, for example, you go to AMC Hamilton, it's an amazing theater. AMC Cherry Hill.
Hamilton, hour away.
Yeah, Hamilton's.
Just saying.
Is it really an hour?
Yeah.
I mean,
well, maybe like 40 minutes.
To be honest with you, I absolutely haven't. I have not clocked it.
It's about 40 minutes. If there's traffic,
I shoot up to Hamilton when my buddy wants to go to New York because my buddy's office is in New York.
Yeah.
So he'll be like, "Come up for dinner." So I'll drive up to Hamilton, jump on the train, meet him in his office. To be honest with you, I'm really not.
Weird has a question for you.
How much is my movie card? $24.95 a month because I have there's a couple different ones.
And they lose money on John.
They absolutely lose.
They make money on I would say 90% of the people that have it. On John, they are losing money.
They lose money. Man. It's like when these places would try to do
out cash with John.
It's like when places try to do buck-a-shuck with oysters. Do you really want me to do buck-a-shuck with oysters?
John, yeah.
Because you're thinking people are going to bring a $20 bill, and I'm bringing an American Express card.
John makes up what he pays for that card in 2 days of the month.
Probably.
First 2 days of the month.
Probably.
It's sick.
And then, of course, they're giving me free soda and free this and free that. And I'm thinking they're not even making the money that they're making from the average person on concession.
Right. Yeah, they're
Plus, I get points for every movie I say. So later in the year, the first 5 or 6 months, not so much. Yes, Marcus, retired people are like buffet busters.
Yes.
100%.
They have the time, to really bust your buffet.
The truth is, if I liked crappy food, I would be a buffet's worst enemy. Like Old Country Buffet, Golden Corral. Those places would lock the door when they saw me. I just don't eat that kind of food. I will say that's like below the line.
So we've been car shopping, as you guys know. I mentioned earlier. So one day we went on my daughter's birthday, actual day of birth, and we had to go out to dinner after the car shopping. And she wanted to do Lone Star Steakhouse.
Okay.
It was okay. It was all right.
I'd wait in the car, but as long as you enjoyed it, I'd wait.
No, it was fine.
Oh, no, actually, no. The truth is, I wouldn't be impolite. I'd order a drink.
It's not bad. They had a salad, they had a baked potato, and I had a prime rib. She had a New York strip.
If you had fun and you had lunch, dinner with your daughter and made a memory, that's awesome.
I'm saying the prices are reasonable. Going to places like Capitol Grill or Ruth Chris,
Capitol Grill, I'll tell you right now, if you want to go to Capitol Grill and not break your wallet, sit at the bar and have a burger. Their steak burger at Capitol Grill is great.
Dude, I'm not spending that much money for a burger. It's not happening. I'll go to Five Guys. I know.
You're going to spend... Actually, I looked... You know how much a burger and fries is at Five Guys?
Yeah, it's getting high.
It's like $22.99. Do you know how much the burger is at Capitol Grill if you sit at the bar? $24.99.
Yeah, at Ruby Tuesdays, it's $9.99 with all-you-can-eat salad bar.
Oh.
Okay, a burger is a burger.
Why don't we put comics up and let the nausea pass? Ruby Tuesday's a great song.
Bougie gourmet guy.
No.
Does the giveaway count?
No.
All right. So the giveaway of the night, if you joined us late, is Fantastic Four #5 with Human Torch cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza.
You know what? Somebody said something about there's no comic being shown. Show a comic, and until someone buys it, we won't show another comic.
Well, this is a giveaway.
Because no, all right, don't count the giveaway. Before we go to our break, show a comic, and we'll sit here and wait until someone buys.
Let's get through the usual suspects. Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. And as always, we have it for $5 as a thank you to the group. Then we have the Dynamic Forces mystery box.
I thought I was the thank you to the group. Otherwise, it's just you reading stuff.
I thank them for putting up with us.
I know. I thank them for putting up with us.
2 CGC 9.8s or 2 metal covers, up to you, or one of each, entirely up to you. 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed in there, and we've got it for $85 for the whole.
Robbie does this show to keep him humble, to see where the lower end shows are, because Robbie's show is.
All right, so then we still have the Ben 10 #3 EXP exclusive. It is the EXP exclusive cover. And take it away, Jay. Thank you, I'm Shields, for saying that.
Yep, so this is the Eric Canetti UV cover for issue 3. Let's see. I'm going to grab the link right here. You can go right to the website, pick it up. The other ones are still, looks like they're still available. So if there's any of you missed out on or want to pick up, please go there and pick them up. All this helps the EXP keep the lights on, keeps me working. So if you get it, let us know. Like, I would love to see pictures of folks in the chat that have ordered the book and gotten their copies in. I'd love to see those. So, but yeah, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like Jay said, it really helps us out at the EXP because we have so few revenue streams coming in. We do a lot of non-sale shows. I can write you down instead of having to go to the site. That's fair enough.
Now, are the people at the EXP signing these for people? Like a big J scroll across.
I promised it's weird, but we sent him the wrong book. So we have to do it again. He bought number 2.
We can't
so
even give stuff away.
Are you claiming the Ben 10? Just get things. We will do it however. So EXP. So I got you down for 1. And which one do you want? I'll send you a free one. Alberto, that is contrary to what we're trying to do here, buddy.
Free one.
The regular trade dress is 15 and the virgin is 25. Is that correct, Jay?
Let me check on that real fast. This one,
I think so.
This one, there's only this. It's the UV cover, and it's 25. Yeah, that's okay.
This one is only this one?
Yes. It's limited to 50 copies.
UV cover. All right, I got you unknown. All right, so let's see. Alberto, you crack me up, man. Okay, you got it, unknown. I got you here. So unknown is open the door. So if you want to claim it on the show, you can do that too. I don't care how we do it because the money helps the XP. And I love this channel. I love this group. Thank you, John, of course, and Robbie and Jay. So it helps us keep the lights on, as Jay says. All right. So with that, we have to go to our. Sorry, Jay. I know we're late. We'll go to our second break.
You don't care about Jay.
Yes, I do. All right. We'll be right back, and we'll get to the rest of the books. All right. So hang out. We'll be right back.
Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience. Whoa. Whoa. Did you miss it? Yeah, they can go by pretty fast. Let's slow down the footage.
Welcome. It's time to skim some comics. Miles Morales Spider-Man, I will just tell you that Miles is very important in his role as a vampire. So.
It's fine. If you like Hercules, read it. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. It's fine.
The art is still stunning. There's a panel, little spoiler, there's a panel in this where Chitauri first hits Lion-O, and he is the best "did she really just hit me" face I've ever seen put in a comic book.
Wow, live reviews of new comic books so you can be ready for New Comic Book Day. What is this? Oh, I see. It's Minute to Skim It. Part of the experience.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. Which, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there too.
We are back. So John is wandering around as he does from time to time. So JX, it seems like they answered your question, but just in case. So if there's any book that you want, usually I have one of everything we present. Except Dynamite new releases, I have usually multiples of them. Claim what you want based on when I read the description. Then after you claim it in the chat, we will send you an invoice the very next day. So the submission form you have to fill out. It will ask you for your real name, ship to address, and your email. Very important to fill that out. Because if we don't have your email, we don't know where to send the invoice. And then you pay it, and then we ship it. It's simple. So a little bit different from other claim shows for comics. Tends to be low pressure here. We tend to talk about anything. And if you would, everyone, before Nick comes in and reminds everyone, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. If you would, it helps us out. So JX, probably a lot of people in the chat will tell you the best deal we have is the Dynamic Forces mystery box. So for $85, you have $200 plus in value. You have 2 CGC 9.8s guaranteed, or 2 metal covers, or 1 each. It's up to you how you want to divvy that up. Then you also receive 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. Okay, and we guarantee that the retail value will be $200 or more. All right. So I guess
and everybody that gets them loves them.
I just want to add real fast. You can also request a theme, and if they have it, they can put it together for you.
Good point. Thank you, Jay. So if you're like Triple B, who is not here tonight, I don't think I didn't see him in the chat. Anyway, so Triple B, another member of the chat of the group, he's a real big Vampirella fan. So whenever he orders things like the mystery box, he asks for, if we can, Vampirella. If you buy enough of them, I can't always guarantee I can fill them out. I can fill it with Vampies guaranteed, but we will always attempt to do that. But something like Vampirella, we publish that, so it's more than likely that I will have it. If you say like all Thor or something like that, that's going to be a little tougher for us because we don't actually publish those. So I have less of those than Yes Unknown. For the $5 reader bundle, we'll do the same. We will try to accommodate any theme that you're looking for. Again, reminding everyone, Red Sonja, Vampirella, anything that we print, okay, as publishers, I can probably fill your request more easily. If you get DC or Marvel, it gets a little bit harder. The reader bundle, though, is only Dynamite because we don't have the books to support any other publisher. But for the DF mystery box, we can do other publishers to a certain extent. Okay. But, as I said, if we don't publish it, it gets a little bit tougher for us on this end. All right. So sketch covers of the night. I brought the ones that didn't sell from last Wednesday. And then, of course, we have new ones from today. So first up, we got Civil War II, #1, with Thanos cover sketch by Tony Scott. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40.
This is gorgeous.
I will, yeah, it's a nice one. I like Tony Scott, and I will do this again. There you go. Thanks for bringing that up, Alberto. So I'm going to do it again. If you buy 2 or more sketch covers, I will do them for $35 each. The heck with it. I'll do them for $30 each. How about
Rex
that?
is going Rex crazy tonight.
I know. This is going to make Nick come in and kick the door down. All right. Next up, we got New Avengers #1 with Ditko Homage Spider-Man cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. And of course, if you buy 2 or more, $30 a piece.
It's 2 for $60. That's awesome.
All right, then we have Miles Morales, Spider-Man #1 with Spidey versus Dinosaur cover sketch by Dominic John, Joe Del Beato, and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. Okay, so this is the only anomaly. If you buy this, I'll work out something with you. This one is beautiful, by the way. Superman and Spider-Man #28 Treasury Edition by Joe Coria. It is the oversized Treasury Edition. MSRP of $199.99, and I've got it tonight for $70.
Wow, that's great. The color work on that is amazing.
Yeah, the cover price alone is worth a lot more. All right. So then we have Punisher cover sketch by Dan Neilinger and Mariano Nicieza. It is a sketch cover collage. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well. Then Narco #1 with Invincible cover sketch by Steve Ritchie. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. All hand drawn, every one of them. Then we have Spectacular Spider-Man with Spider-Boy cover sketch by Tony Scott and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well. Then Amazing Spider-Man Blood Hunt #1 with Morbius cover sketch by Carl C.K. Kent. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40. Again, you buy 2 or more sketch covers, I'll do them for $30 a piece.
Alberto, Nick did not enjoy his dinner at the Edison in Philadelphia, unfortunately. It's one of those places, I hate to say this, it's more show than go. It's
John
sort
Coe,
of,
which one did you buy? I thought I checked my written list. John Coe, did you buy the Morbius? That's the second time I made that mistake. I'm sorry about that, John.
don't you have a performance review coming up soon?
No, I may have to bring back the rack, because when I had the rack,
I might have to bring back the rack
because the books were full. So I'm not pulling the books anymore. I'm just using picks.
Oh, you know what? That's actually a good point.
Yeah, so
because when someone would say, I want X, we would take it off the shelf. And
I thought I checked the written record. I may have been wrong, John.
Also,
but
if you check Rob's contract, the rack might be essential.
My bad, John. I promise you that, yeah, I may have to bring the rack back. Or at least something that did display
if you brought the rack back, then the vertical version of this would be the rack, which would be neat. And then it would be like disembodied voices of Rex and John.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
Well, by popular demand, they like the rack anyway, Jay. So, yeah, I may do only the CCAs, though.
Did everybody hit the thumbs up?
I told you guys. I told you he was going to do that.
How many people are watching? How many thumbs up do we have?
I don't know. We're trying something new today. I think they tried it on Friday.
There's something new with like a vertical stream or something. I'm not
split screen. So we have.
Oh, never mind. Rock and roll is here to stay.
If Jay has,
bring back the rack.
If Jay has If Jay has like the idiot's guide to the vertical stream, I hope he sends me a link in the chat.
Yeah, it looks kind of weird.
Jay himself is the idiot's guide, John, because I have no clue, man.
Uh-oh. See, that's the problem. Nobody expects me to know anything, but...
All right, so next up we got Batman Deadpool #1 with Batman Deadpool cover sketch by Jesse Lumberg. MSRP of $149.99. And we have this one for $40.
No, John, neither Nick or I is going to San Diego. Nick, as he mentioned previously, he's got knee issues. And
so John Coe, Nick is not going to San Diego. But if you're going, Mariano will be there. So you can say hi to Mariano if you want. And then prepare for him to sit you down and tell you a long story about something that happened way back in the 80s in the comic world. Trust me. And then you will run like the wind away from him.
You're so mean to that man.
No, that's me being nice.
And he's part of the Marvel Bullpen legend.
And that's why he likes to talk to you, John.
It is why he likes to talk to me.
And we always, pink and purple. You're right, Edward. All right. So then we have Captain America #1 with
Dwayne Robin would wear his
versus
nose out at
Punisher,
SEC.
cover sketch by Joe Dobbiato and Mariano Nicieza.
Isn't that kid the Punisher shooting like 12?
I was about to say, like, man, because this is Spider-Boy, this is way more violent feeling than the Daredevil.
Yeah, right.
I feel like maybe we should have had Jay put like a warning up or something, like,
Because
covering
shooting a blind man is better than you did, John. I'm sorry, bud. We did invoice you for it, right?
Well, the good news is we've got stuff that's been sold.
I'm sorry about that, John. I got all I can blame is it's Monday. All right.
Monday's generally when we do the show, though.
Yeah,
Are we moving it to another day?
No.
No.
I'm bringing back the rack. I'm bringing back the rack because when the rack's here, we don't make that mistake. When I'm just using pictures and paperwork,
I'm going to have to fill out an application for one of those friends for Rock and Rocky
that's the
Live
problem,
friends.
Marvel fan. When we had the rack, we would pull them right after the show. But if I'm just and we may have pulled it and bagged it already, but the very big problem is that because I'm using this, and then I'm using the. Okay, John. No, that's fine. No, that's fine. But even then, when we have the rack, we physically pull the books. When I'm putting the show together, I'm using this.
Sean has bought the entire show.
That's good. But
and we're out,
I'm using this.
Tonight.
I'm using this in pictures I've scanned. I generally don't have time, Marcus, and I don't like to watch myself anyway. All right.
Now in the second hour, Robbie and I will be doing a breakdown of the Odyssey.
All right. So then next up we got Spider-Man Shadow of the Green Goblin with Spidey and Goblin sketch cover by Will Torres.
Oh, I like this. This is
unless
cool.
John bought this one too. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this for $40.
I've never wanted to comment in the chat. John Coe, he bought that.
You bought this too? Hold
at this point, just John sent us a list of what you didn't buy.
Apparently, we're just selling John's books, and I don't know when that became the new direction of the show.
Right. All right. So hold on. Let me pull last week's sheet. No, I have to look. Keep them entertaining. You and Rob.
What, Robbie?
Yeah. You guys talk.
What are we talking about? How about that Avengers Doomsday trailer? Did you watch that today? Good, John?
I did watch the Avengers Doomsday trailer, and I just canceled the rest of the show. No, and I said for the next 45 minutes, Robbie and I will be breaking down the Odyssey. Avengers Doomsday trailer is exactly what I expected it to be. I know some people liked it, some people didn't like it. You gotta sort of, you gotta see where they go. Again, this is the first of two movies. And I sort of don't want people to have the reaction they did in the last Spider-Verse movie, where they love it until it stops because the next Spider-Verse movie comes out next year, I think. this is exactly what you expect. The band is getting back together. It kind of almost seems like, I guess this is sort of like, the Doom we've seen most recently, where I guess he's also the Sorcerer Supreme, or he's got, the Infinity Gauntlet or whatever. We still don't know enough about it. You kind of got the scene that you wanted. Yeah, of course, Steve Rogers is still worthy. He's Captain America. He's always worthy. That's when he stops being worthy, he stops being Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Character.
What's that?
You know what I mean? We're talking about the Avengers, the Avengers Doomsday trailer.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I was really pleased with was Robert Downey Jr.'s accent for Doctor Doom was awesome. That was great, and the suit looks great. Like what we saw of it looks amazing. So we'll see what happens.
The suit looks great, and yes, I do agree with people that there were other actors that could have done Doctor Doom. The first and foremost is, I feel bad, I always forget this guy's name. He played Hannibal Lecter in the TV series.
Mads Mikkelsen?
Mads Mikkelsen, yes, that guy should have absolutely been Doctor Doom. But from a studio point of view, are you going to take Mads Mikkelsen over Robert Downey Jr.? No. Robert Downey Jr. didn't want to be Iron Man again. Iron Man died. And to be honest with you, in the kind of broad range of it, having him just come back as Tony Stark Iron Man again sort of undoes the thing, just like if Scarlett Johansson pops up as Black Widow again.
So, Marvel fan, unfortunately, it's not that simple, because once we invoice out, then I have to wait, for obviously payment to come in. And then because of Ben 10 and other things like the Absolute Batman number 21, the one by Jay Lee, my warehouse is so backed up, it's not even funny.
I bid $5, but apparently I was outbid from when I was sold.
So as much as I like to, we do try to pull it, but that's why I'm saying I have to bring the rack back.
Yeah, Alberto, the trailer did have everything. You've seen.
Gotcha, John.
You've seen Wakanda. You've seen Namor. You saw the Fantastic Four. You know what I mean? You saw everything you wanted to see in that trailer.
So
yeah, gets the job done, man.
The way that the rack helps. Thank you, John. Don't worry, it's probably already been pulled and bagged, just waiting to go out. But the problem is, without the rack, what I'm doing is I'm actually reading off of the sheet. Okay, and then if you buy it after the show, I miss on the sheet, and then I just pull the pics off the computer. All right, so the rack, you guys love the rack, I know that, and without the rack, it makes my job a little bit more difficult, because there's John see my area. I'm boxed in at this point. All right, so let's.
Jay, do you have to watch anything before the Doom movie?
Yeah, you have to watch Obsession, Backrooms, and The Odyssey. It's
I know, right? I know. I mean, the truth is, most Marvel movies have kind of seeped into like the pop culture,
right?
Not philosophers, but have seeped into pop culture, so people kind of know what's up, even if they haven't seen the movies. They've seen the YouTube clips. You know what I mean? They've seen all that stuff.
You're good, John. It's not you.
But yeah,
the rack would make everyone's life easier.
The truth is, you don't have to, but you've got 4 months. I forget. I have the countdown on my iPad at home. You've got like 4 months and change. Yeah, I would absolutely watch the X-Men movies. I would absolutely watch the Fantastic Four. I would absolutely watch the Avengers movies. I think this is sort of. I always had the impression that Endgame was sort of the end. And then they were going to move on from they've tried to move on from the Avengers. Let's be honest. It hasn't worked out.
Yeah, they're never.
They tried stuff. Oh, and the thing I really, really, really liked seeing that we haven't mentioned in the trailer is we see Shang-Chi and Gambit. That is such a very cool, like a real short. I like that.
I like how they put Shang-Chi in there just to let everybody know we didn't forget about him. I know his movie came out like 7 years ago.
I know, but see, that's a movie I really wish I would have liked to have seen him do. I thought that movie was really, really good. I thought that was a part of the Marvel Universe. We have a couple parts of the Marvel Universe that have not been explored or explored really well. And I think the martial arts part of it has not been explored really well. And I think we saw little bits of horror in Multiverse of Madness. And I really think that if Marvel is looking to do something different, I very much think like Midnight Suns, Blade, you know, maybe Wesley Snipes getting some people together because he's getting older or something.
Right.
Any of that was sort of, you know, I think any of that works.
It's funny that you mentioned this because I think today or this week is the 7th anniversary of them announcing that Blade movie with Mahershala Ali, and we're nowhere near closer to it than we were then. So just so everybody,
I have a feeling we will see Blade with Wesley Snipes before we see that movie. That's been done. I have
maybe like a Secret Wars tie-in or something like that, like a little cameo.
Yeah, I think you'll wind up seeing something like that way more than.
All right. So
how many times I saw Young Washington? I mean, I watched it once. I know the story. They could have done cool stuff with it, like there's a Wendigo in the woods that Washington has to help the Indians track down. They chose not to do that. You know, I'll probably see it again before it leaves the theater, but.
All right, next up, we have Absolute Batman number 21, 125 ratio by Chris Brunner and Rico Renzi. I have this for $6.50. I have multiples of this one. Then Absolute Batman number 21, Jay Lee, Dynamic Forces exclusive trade dress variant. Have this for $15. Then Absolute Batman number 21, Jay Lee, DF exclusive Virgin. Have this one for $25. Then Absolute Batman number 21, Jay Lee, Dynamic Forces exclusive trade dress and Virgin variant set. Have this for $40. MSRP is $40. We have for $35. Then Absolute Batman number 21, Jay Lee, Dynamic Forces exclusive trade dress foil. Have this for $25. And then you get a set of all three. The trade dress, the Virgin, and the trade dress foil. MSRP of $65. We have for $55. All right. So then from last week, we have mask number 1. I have this one for $5. Mask number 1 foil. Have this for $6. Then Marvel Team Up number 14, cover A. Have this for $4.
It's a good price for that.
Then we have Marvel Team Up number 14, cover B.
And this is sort of a crossover that makes sense in terms of tone.
Have this for $4 as well. Then we have Marvel Team Up number 14, cover C. Have this for $4. Then Marvel Team Up number 14, cover D. And I have this one for $10. All right. Then we have some signed books. John Wick number 1, signed by Greg Pak.
I love this.
MSRP of $49.99. And we have this one for $25. Spawn Scorch number 17, signed by Mark Brooks in gold paint pen. MSRP of $89.99, and we have this one for $40. Then Vampire Dracula Unholy number 1, Christopher Priest, signed Atlas edition. MSRP of $49.99, and we have this one for $25. Then Vampire number 1, 1-15 ratio, FOC Virgin by Will Jack. Had this for $15. And then we have some Scotty Young books. First up, we got Rogue number 1 by Scotty Young. Had this one for $5. Generation X23 number 1 by Scotty Young. Have this one for $5. Then Web of Venom #1 by Scotty Young. Have this for $5.
It's like influenced by Fred Hembeck with the feet.
Yeah, definitely, right?
Right?
Then Scorch #50, Scotty Young Virgin. Had this one for $5. Then we've got I Hate Fairyland #48 by Scotty Young. Have this one for $4. Then Star Wars #1 by Scotty Young. Have this one for $7.50.
Oh, that's a real great price for that one. People love this one.
Then Magic and Colossus #1 by Scotty Young.
Yeah, this is like the Scotty Young fan night. We should have let people know.
Yeah, I made a decision this morning, so didn't have enough time.
Oh, all right.
Psylocke Ninja #1 by Scotty Young. Had this one for $5.
I really like this one, man.
This has like a Darkstalkers energy to it that I really like.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, then we have Amazing Spider-Man #27. Had this one for $5. Becky Bate.
Becky.
Got it, Becky.
I am not surprised at all that she picked that up. Not only is that a good price, but that is such a cool cover.
Well, she is a Scotty Young fan, so that makes sense. All right, Scorch #50.
Did you just want to send her everything and then build the entire channel?
Unknown is claiming Psylocke. Gotcha, Unknown. Gotcha, Unknown. You're good. All right, Scorch #50. Have this one for $5. Phantom of the Opera #3. Have this one for $5.
Great book. Fantastic art. Very creepy.
Then Diablo #1.
Well, I think Robbie's talked about these books. This sort of like the Universal Monsters books that are being done now are, not the stuff you've seen before. I know I've bought a bunch of Universal Monster books over the years. They keep trying to relaunch it. They keep not getting it.
Yeah.
They finally got it.
Skybound's been doing a great job with them. The current one, issue 2 of Blood of the Wolfman, comes out this week, and it's a really, really great comic too. So good stuff. They're doing a great job.
Next up, we got Young Justice #13. At this one for $2. You're the Villain, Jericho #49. At this one for $2. You're the Villain, Doom Rising #48. At this for $2. Then we have Star Wars Shadow of Maul #2. At that for $5. G.I. Joe #19 die cut cover. At this one for $5.
I like this one. We've had this one up here before. I hope somebody picks this up. This one's kind of cool.
Yeah, that one's scanned really badly. That's the other good thing about the rack. We have the books here. We can show it to them. Then we have Estuary #1. And then we have that one for $5. And then Nectar #2, 120 ratio by Man House. And we have that for $8. All right, so we're going to take a last and final break. And when we get back, we will get to the Dynamite books coming out on Wednesday. So hang out. We'll be right back.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich.
I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra, yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like...
No regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other. And with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dosed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's gonna be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience.
What do you call the place on Spider-Man's wrists where the webs come out? His website. I hate myself for writing that joke, but you'd make me feel so much better if you just visited our website. We have links to our merch, new release lists, all the show info, and so much more. TheEXPLive.com. Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
All right, we're back. All right, so coming out this Wednesday from Dynamite, Thundercats and Silverhawks. Thunderhawks number 4, cover A by David Cousins.
Rex, did you get Becky's rogue claim?
Yeah, Rogue. I got you, Becky. You're good. All right, then Thunderhawks number 4, cover B by Declan Shalvey. Then
It's been a fun series. I really like this one.
All right, and then cover C by Marco Fela.
Proving that dad bods have a place in Thunderhawks.
And then cover D by Alessandro Rinaldi. Then cover E, the animation variant. And then cover F, the 1:10 ratio Virgin. Then cover G, the 1:10 ratio Alessandro Rinaldi version. Then we have cover H, the 1:15 ratio Marco Fela Virgin. Then cover I, the 1:15 ratio Declan Shalvey Virgin. Then cover J, the 1:20 ratio David Cousins Virgin.
I feel like this should be airbrushed on a van down by the boardwalk.
I'd rock that.
Then cover K, the Declan Shalvey black and white. And then cover L, the 1:7 ratio Declan Shalvey black and white Virgin. And then we've got Vampire number 4 coming out on Wednesday. Cover A by Lucho Perillo.
Now, this is what needs to be airbrushed on the side of a van down by the boardwalk. Right. This is gnarly. I love the eye opening. This is a good issue too. I like the tone of Christopher Priest Vampirella comic. It's really cool.
Well, by his own admission, it took him a little while to kind of lock in. You know what I mean? The first couple books he did, by his own admission, were he considered them not his best work. This isn't me saying that, although I got to agree with him. I think now he's sort of got the handle on the character and kind of doing what, you know what I mean, he wants to do with it. And I know there are some negative comments out there, and I'm just going to say this: look, you can't compare a creator who's worked on this character for 3 years with creators who worked on this character for 10 or 15 or 20 years. It just, you know what I mean? It's not that way. It just doesn't work that way.
All right, then we have cover B by Derek Chu. And then cover C by Joseph Michael Windsor. Cover D by Elias Chazoudis.
I like this cover a lot. It's probably my favorite cover this month for this book.
Cover E is a cosplay.
Rachie notwithstanding.
Cover G is a 1:10 ratio cosplay virgin. Cover H is a 1:10 ratio Elias Chazoudis virgin. Cover I is a 1:15 ratio Joseph Michael Linsner virgin. Cover J is the 1:15 ratio Derek Chu virgin. And then cover K, the 1:20 ratio Lucho Carrillo virgin.
Oh, the virgin's even cooler on that because you get to see the eclipse behind it. Really makes the image. That's
yeah.
dope.
This is absolutely a book that if you're going to pick something up, you probably want to get the Virgin for this.
Cover L, the Lucho Carrillo Ultraviolet. Cover M, the 1:7 ratio Elias Chazoudis black and white. Then cover N, the 1:10 ratio Lucho Carrillo Ultraviolet virgin.
Okay, that.
And this one too, right? Like
I was going to say, Vampirella and Ultraviolet just sort of goes together. I mean, we do a lot of books in Ultraviolet. Some are good, some are not. The Vampirella covers get real elevation with
yeah, and the way that with this being the Virgin one too, like having that eclipse up there and the purplish balances out that color. It's really, I really like this. This is awesome.
So then we have finally cover O, the 1:10 ratio Joseph Michael Linsner black and white virgin. And those are the books coming out on Wednesday. All right, let's do a recap. We have enough time. All right, so giveaway. If you joined us late, giveaway is Fantastic Four number 5 with Human Torch cover sketch by Joe Del Viato and Mariano Nicieza. Hashtag, as always, is hashtag EXP Monday, all lowercase. All right. Then, as always, we have Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. So retail of $40, but we have it, as always, for $5. 10 books for $5.
Yeah, I mean, this is sort of... I mean, we've kind of done this for a while now, and I don't. If you haven't taken advantage of this by now, you should really change that. You know, this is just people will pick something up. There'll be something in there that they missed that they can go back and get from us. That you know.
All right, then we have a Dynamic Forces mystery box. 2 CGC 9.8s or 2 metal covers, up to you, or 1 of each. 1 virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed, and we've got it for $85. Then we have the Ben 10 number 3 XP exclusive, and this one is a UV cover by Eric Canetti. And again, this helps out the XP, helps develop the revenue stream. CBB, what's up, man? So it really helps us out when you buy these. All right, so sketch covers, 2 or more sketch covers if you buy them, $30 a piece. So first up, we have Civil War II #1 with Thanos cover sketch by Tony Scott. MSRP of $149.99, and we have $40. Then New Avengers #1 with Ditko Homage Spider-Man cover sketch by Joe Dubbiato and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well. 2 or more sketch covers, get them for $30 a pop. Miles Morales.
So who wants to host the Friday show? Jay, you want to
Marcus.
host the Friday show and bring the community together?
Is this a surprise? We're going to San Diego after all?
No. I'll take that as a yes.
Jay, are you there?
He's like, no, I don't want to answer.
No, he doesn't want to answer.
I didn't hear anything. There's too many people talking.
What's that mean?
I said, do you want to host the show on Friday?
Yeah, I could do that, Alberto. You got it, buddy.
Not especially.
The Thanos is a giveaway.
Do a community show.
So let me see. Alberto wants
And he's keeping the Superman, Spider-Man for himself?
yes, I assume.
Nice.
All right, so Alberto, you're getting that one, and we're doing the Thanos as a giveaway. So we have 2 giveaways tonight. Same hashtag, guys. All right. So where I leave off? Oh, Miles Morales.
Well, I know one place Nick won't be on Friday night. He's going back to the Edison for dinner.
Yeah, so you didn't like that, huh?
No, my wife had gone there last week to meet a former coworker. They were discussing something in science, business, blah blah, whatever. And
Thank you, Alberto. I'll do my best.
My wife is real easy drink, gin and tonic. It's been a drink for as long as I've known her.
Yeah, I don't know how you can mess that up.
My wife's friend ordered a drink off their menu. This place is very steampunky, or maybe diesel punk is a more appropriate term for it. It's very Edison, electricity everywhere, these kinds of things. They have drinks from the past. She got a drink from like their 1920s menu. And not only was it wrong, it was awful. And it was like $24. So, and then of course the bartender disappears. And like 25 minutes later comes back and she sees that my wife's friend hasn't touched the drink. And the woman's like, I got to drive home. Just give me a light beer. And then she asked my wife if she wanted another gin and tonic. My wife's like, I don't want to, I don't want to put you out.
Oh, man.
So when Nick went there 4 or 5 days later and he said the food was not only not good, but it wasn't right. It wasn't what he ordered. I felt bad, but I wasn't surprised.
All right. So next up, we got Punisher cover sketch by Dan Neilinger and Mariano Nicieza. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well.
Are you sure Mariano was part of this? Because I don't see any influence from him on this.
All right. Then Narco #1 with Invincible cover sketch by Steve Ritchie. MSRP of $149.99, and we have this one for $40 as well.
Alberto, that's what my wife says. It doesn't matter the time of year. Like when my wife and I walk into a bar, we're generally like the easiest pickup for the bartender, right?
Yeah.
I generally get a bourbon old fashioned. She gets a gin and tonic. We sit there and wait for our name to be called for our table to be ready. But people who are real hardcore mixology fans, cocktail hobbyists, they go to these places because they're getting things that they haven't seen before or things that haven't been made since like before World War II or whatever, right? And when, you go this, that, you pay the price, it's parking, whatever, and the drink is awful or it's not right or both, I will not be surprised if this place is closed by the time the holidays come.
Is it new?
Yeah. And from what I understand, the investors have put, I just had someone message me, it's like $4 million investment.
That's a lot.
Philadelphia's not cheap. It's not cheap for rent. It's not cheap for work.
Cheaper than New York. That's about it.
And if you look, I will say that Philadelphia's cheaper than New York. That's about the best thing I can say about it. Also, they spent a frightening amount of money on all the sort of diesel punky stuff, pipe work and electrics and endless black and white silent films on giant screens and on and on and on. Like, I want to like this place, right? I want to like this place. My wife tells me they can't handle a cocktail. What is the reason for me to cross the bridge?
Yeah, it's not a win. All right, so then we have Absolute Batman number 21, 125 ratio, Chris Brunner and Rico Renzi. I have these for $6.50. Then we have Absolute Batman number 21, Jay Lee, Dynamic Forces exclusive trade dress variant. I have this one for $15. And Absolute Batman number 21, Jay Lee, DF exclusive Virgin. At this for $25. Then you get set of two, Absolute Batman number 21, Jay Lee DF exclusive trade dress and Virgin variant set. MSRP of $40, but if you buy both, we'll give it to you for $35. Then Absolute Batman number 21, Jay Lee DF exclusive trade dress foil variant, and we have that for $25. And then you get a set of all three. The trade dress, the Virgin, and the trade foil, and MSRP of $65. If you buy all three, we'll give it to you for $55. Then we have Mask number 1, have that for $5. Mask number 1 foil, have that for $6. Marvel Team Up number 14, cover A, have that for $4. Marvel Team Up number 14, cover B. Have that for $4. Then Marvel Team Up number 14, cover C. Have that for $4. Marvel Team Up number 14, cover D. Have that for $10. Then we have Spawn Scorch number 17, Gold Signature Series by Mark Brooks. MSRP of $89.99. We have this one for $40. Then Vampirella Dracula Unholy number 1, Chris Priest signed Atlas edition. MSRP of $49.99, and we have this one for $25. Then Vampirella number 1, 1 in 15, FOC Virgin by Will Jack. Have that for $15. Then Generation X23 number 1 by Scotty Young. Have that for $5. Then Web of Venom number 1 by Scotty Young. Have that for $5. Then Scorch number 50, Scotty Young Virgin. Have that for $5. I Hate Fairyland number 48 by Scotty Young. Have that for $4. Magic and Colossus number 1 by Scotty Young. Have that for $5. Then we have Amazing Spider-Man number 27. Have that for $5. Then Scorch number 50. Have that for $5. Then Phantom of the Opera number 3. Have that for $5. Then Diablo number 1. Have that for $5. Young Justice number 13. Have that for $2. Year of the Villain, Jericho number 49. Have that for $2. Year of the Villain, Doom Rising number 48. Have that for $2. Star Wars Shadow of the Mall number 2. Have that for $5. G.I. Joe number 19 die cut cover. Have that for $5. Then Estuary number 1. Have that for $5. Then Nectar number 2, 120 ratio by Manhouse. Have that for $8. Then Thundercats and Silverhawks. Thunderhawks number 4, cover A by David Cousins. Then cover B by Declan Shalvey. Then cover C by Marco Fela. Then cover D by Alessandro Rinaldi. Then we have cover E, the animation variant. Then cover F, the 110 ratio animation Virgin. Unknown wants 3B. Don't you mean 4B? Unknown? Just double checking. Okay, got you. Got you, bud. All right. So then we have cover G, the 110 ratio Alessandro Rinaldi Virgin. Then cover H, the 115 ratio Marco Fela Virgin. Then cover I, the 115 ratio Declan Shalvey Virgin. And then cover J, the 120 ratio David Cousins Virgin. Then we have cover K, the Declan Shalvey Black and White. Then cover L, the 1/7 ratio Declan Shalvey Black and White Virgin. And then also out on Wednesday, Vampirella number 4, cover A by Lucho Perillo. Cover B by Derek Chu. Cover C by Joseph Michael Windsor. Cover D by Elias Chadzudis. Cover E is a cosplay. Cover G is the 110 ratio cosplay Virgin. Cover H is the 110 ratio Elias Chadzudis Virgin. Cover I is the 115 ratio Joseph Michael Linsner Virgin. Cover J is the 115 ratio Derek Chu Virgin. Cover K is the 120 ratio Lucho Perillo Virgin. Cover L is the Lucho Perillo Ultraviolet. Cover M is the 1/7 ratio Elias Chadzudis Black and White. Then cover N is the 110 ratio Lucho Perillo UV Virgin. And finally, cover O, the 110 ratio Joseph Michael Windsor Black and White Virgin. All right, so we have 2 giveaways tonight. One is compliments of Alberto. So let's do ours first, Jay. So this is the FF number 5 with Human Torch cover sketch by Joe Delviato and Mariano Nicieza.
Let's do the gift one first, just because there are people that can't win this one that have entered.
Okay.
And I want to make sure that they can get the gift.
Sure. All right, good. So we're doing the hold on, let me find it.
Good luck, everybody.
Treasury edition first. Go ahead. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Not Treasury edition. I'm sorry. The Civil War II. Sorry. He's keeping the Treasury edition. George Koo.
George, congratulations.
All right. So now we're doing our giveaway, which is the FF number 5. John again. John with lucky hand. All right.
John already claimed the giveaway though, so we gotta do another one.
Wait, what?
That's just joking. Just joking. Wasn't it him that like everything he had already claimed you had on the show tonight?
He had such a rough night. I wanted to do that joke, and then I was like, "Nah, man, I can't." I can't pull that off.
John.
Robbie
what
can.
goes around comes around.
Yeah, the giveaway is going to be on next week's show. It's going to be the way he's like, "Hey, I won that in the giveaway. Why is it on the show?"
The rack or easels are coming back.
Next week's giveaway, a permanent spot on Rock and Robbie Led Friends Live. Wait, what? Suddenly it's not funny anymore. What?
All right. So, again, Robbie, again, the movie tonight is
Sudden Death, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme for Action Fest over at PCP Movie Night, 9 p.m. Eastern.
There you go.
And as Robbie very eloquently summed it up, this is Die Hard at a hockey game.
Yeah. And Powers Booth. A lot of people forget Powers Booth in this movie.
Yeah, I forgot he was in that movie.
Yeah, he's such a good villain in the movie. So I like
that
this.
guy. That guy appears in movies that all of a sudden you're like, oh, there's Powers Booth. The guy's in Tombstone.
Yeah.
You
I
know what
love
I mean?
that in Tombstone. The best line, one of my favorites. He just goes, "Well, bye."
Where was he in Tombstone?
He's the villain. He's like
Wasn't he Curly Bill?
He's Curly Bill Brocious.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He's
Got
great
it.
in Deadwood. He's great in everything he's in. There's a movie
Yeah,
called
Powers
Frailty.
of Red
He's
Dawn.
great in that. He's great.
He's one of those guys where, like, he doesn't get like a lot of flowers.
Thank you, Alberto. We got the rack sitting right on the ground over here.
A lot of spotlight or whatever, but that guy is kind of like, supporting actor that when he's there and he makes a difference.
All right. I will be back on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Nick will be here on, not Nick, but somebody. Friday for the art show. Bring the rack back and Rex will hand sell. I ain't getting up.
Hand sell.
So thank you, Marcus. So thank you, Robbie, as always. Thank you, Jay, for doing what you do. Thank you, John, for you're in town because LBI got watched.
You didn't want to say what I do because it's not really much of anything, but
you went to see Odyssey again.
I did. I've seen Odyssey twice. I'll probably see it. I would like to see it in IMAX again. RPX, they do a great job, but it's a movie you really should see it in IMAX. Robbie mentioned earlier, camera was designed specifically for this format, specifically for this movie. If you're a movie fan, seeing this at home is not going to cut it. I mean, and plus, I say this because it's more of an experience. Everybody who's been in high school knows the story. Everybody's had to read this stuff, right?
What does John do? We're not sure, Alberto.
I am
All right.
the heart of Dynamite Comics.
All right. Appreciate you guys. I will see you guys Wednesday. And Robbie, have a good show. I guess that's it.
That's it. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.